I'm Brigham Larson with Brigham Larson Pianos. I am often asked, probably several times a week, if it's worth it. If people call and they say, "Is my piano worth a restoration?" And uh, and there are varying opinions on this. I feel very confident in my own opinion, if I do say so myself, and that is that it's totally in the eye of the beholder. So we do about 100 restorations a year, and the vast majority of these are pianos that on the open market might be worth $50 or a few $100, but that's not the point. Our clients are very well aware that the cost, while the cost of restoration is far more than $50, the value, the current market value of their piano, that's not what my clients want. They want a piano that is going to endure for another three or four generations. It's been in the family for 3 or 4 generations, and let's perpetuate that legacy for another 100 years. So let's give you some examples. This is a great example of a piano that we just finished up, actually, the piano, and they're going to have us put a player on this one as well, a modern player. So I mean, look how gorgeous this piano is. This is a turn of the century Shaw piano from Pennsylvania, where it was originally built. We've still got some tape on there, but you can see how beautiful, and have a look on the inside. Just like, I mean, everything is just redone. And if you've ever looked on the inside, usually you're just looking at cobwebs and deterioration. But look at this. I mean, it's eye-poppingly beautiful. And then maybe I'll set this down over here. And then this one behind it, similar kind of story. But this piano, actually, it wasn't even Sentimental. The brand name is Sentimental because this client that we're doing this for was actually a great granddaughter of that man Steger. And so, is she sentimental for this piano? No, she just found it, or I think she found it in California somewhere. We brought it here. We totally rebuilt it. Same thing. Have a look on the inside. It's all rebuilt, and it's gorgeous and ready to go. And so, would she would it have been cheaper for her to just get a brand new piano? Yeah, of course. Same with this one, but that's not the point. Let's take a few more examples. This is another one that look at this. Look at how beautiful this. This is actually one that we're doing with the intention of selling it, and the reason that I this one stuck out as one that I wanted to rebuild and refinish is because you can get a better kind of angle on this side. It's because the veneer is just so extraordinary. That's not something that you see very often at all. So this piano, when it's done, of the 100 or so restorations that we do every year, probably 1 or 2 of those a month is so about maybe, I don't know, somewhere between 10 and 20 a month we restore with the intention of selling, and they generally sell somewhere between $10,000 to $20,000. And so I mean, there is, people do appreciate fine craftsmanship and restoration. Here's another one. This is for a customer. This one's for a customer. This one, both of these are for customers. This one was in a fire, and it was a very expensive thing to restore, but he wanted it done, and we can do it. And now you can see, look on the inside how it's just absolutely pristine and beautiful. So just give you a couple more examples. Well, this is actually a great example right here. This is a piano that we're going to be doing a full restoration on. I actually mentioned a couple minutes ago what you see when you see just kind of cobwebs and corrosion when you open up these pianos. So there's well, not too many cobwebs, but it just kind of looks pretty typical of a piano. This piano is approximately 1930s, and so a little bit newer than these others, but it desperately needs, it's in very poor condition, and because it's a family heirloom, they want us to do a complete restoration on it, and so it's going to be brand new. Here's a Steinway from 1925. Yeah, 1925. You can see it's at the tail end of putting it all together, and it's gorgeous. There's another family heirloom from Lady in Salt Lake that that we're in the process of finishing up. Here's a family heirloom guy in Chicago. We're about halfway done or so. We still have to do the hammers and all of that, refinish it and everything. Let's see. Both of these, we're doing full restorations for clients. Both of these as well. So, I mean, you get the point. Well, let's look at one more. This one is a 1905 Chickering for a couple in Louisiana, and it actually is now a very sentimental. When we got this piano, her husband was still alive, and he's since passed, and so now it's like, and they were actually doing this as kind of like a commemorative thing, partly because they loved the piano, but as kind of a commemorative thing to a grandchild that they had lost, and so now it's like a double commemorative thing for the grandchild that was lost, and as well for the husband that's now deceased. And so, I mean, there's pianos lend themselves very well to sentimentality, and so I've long made the argument that these are extraordinary instruments. There was so much that was put into them originally, and 100 years ago, or in some of these cases, even 19th century, 120, 130, 150 years ago, but they've deteriorated, and we can restore that. That's what we do day in, day out. And so, is it worth it? From a strictly dollars and cents standpoint, probably not. But from an emotional, I mean, human kind of standpoint, and that's what I mean. What object better kind of encapsulates the human experience, I think, than the piano? From a human standpoint, absolutely, it's worth it.